So the idea of these shoulder exercises I'm going to show you. These are exercises that you can do at home that they can help you to stabilize and anchor your shoulder muscles, helping to create smoother limb movement, and how the shoulder plays a role in full range of motion. Teres major assists in internal rotation, adduction, and extension of the humerus, contributing to powerful arm movements like pulling, and in contrast, the teres minor is a key external rotator that stabilizes rotator cuff group, vital for maintaining shoulder joint integrity during movement and for muscle work. Okay, this is a couple of muscle. Here's a front and rear delt workout. This one I sometimes do with a band right over here. You can also, you're going to take your arm, bending over like this part, and you're going to pull it back. Now here, you can actually put your front leg forward, and you're going to do a lateral raise. I recommend sets of 5, 6, depending upon what you're comfortable with. And as for any exercise, if you have an injury, go see your doctor first before beginning the exercise program. One of the advantages for resistance training of the shoulder exercises is enhanced activation control for small stabilizing muscles and the safety, accessibility, resistance, band routines help to stabilize your shoulder. The reason why I use bands is because this has a variable resistance curve, and they provide resistance that increases through the movement range and improving the activation and strength. Plus, these are easier to get versus weights. Unlike free weights, bands they also allow multiplanar movements. For example, I'm going to come right over here like this part with my hands this way. And I'm working both my front and my rear delt, front delt on the left, rear delt on the right. My form wasn't super perfect. This has a higher, 35% higher EMG activation of rotator cuff during band extensions versus traditional methods. Bands do reduce, all exercise does have injury risk. Even working out with bands does have injury risk. But bands do reduce the risk associated with injuries. So it's very simple. You pull too much, let go of the band. I'm going to show you some band exercises when I'm protracting my scapula. This is a range of scapular retraction. Basically, I'm shrugging my shoulders. Exercises focus on scapular retraction and protraction with bands enhance your postural alignment. They help to build your back muscles up. by strengthening key muscles, including the rhomboids, serratus anterior, and regular training will improve your scapular thoracic. Rhythm, which is vital for pain-free and efficient arm rotation. Okay, peak EMG activation during for shoulder exercise, especially bands, can get upwards around 85%, especially with band-resistant rotation, external rotation. Band-resistant external rotation effectively isolates the teres minor and infraspinatus, promoting rotator cuff strength, resilience. This exercise supports the shoulder joint stability. It's often overworked, especially if you work at a job like you're a CNA or you're carrying a lot of dishes. It's going to overwork your shoulder. Okay, so now we've shown external rotation, right? So you're going to come out with your arms out over here again, but this time we're going to do internal rotation. Holding one arm stable. And the other way you can also do something internal rotation is you're going to cross this arm this way. Now, when doing internal rotation, if you have a door jamb or a doorknob, that's a lot easier. And we're going to control, resist, bring it back out, resist, as you're coming back in. So you're working actually, you're doing a good workout for both internal and external rotator muscles. Now, here's a couple of band exercises for my front and rear delts that I like to do. You're going to take your band, place it underneath your foot right over here. So this is where we're working our front delts. Up, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do a set of 10. 5, 9, one more. 10. I know I skipped a couple, but this is just for video. And this one I like to do with another exercise I like to do for my rear delts. So you can stand out over here, and as you come back, your arms are going to pull out. You're also hitting once again your external rotators too. These actually banded front raises do provide progressive resistance that enhances your front deltoid engagement through controlled shoulder flexion. That's like this part because we're over here. Boom, up over there. Front, still. And this helps you to build strength and endurance for pushing activities while demonstrating joint strain, minimizing joint strain. Rear deltoid isolation. So sometimes I like to do this part. I'm going to be bending slightly forward. as I'm just working on my rear deltoids. And just at a 30-degree angle. These are called reverse flies. And you're going to pull the band apart. These are not only working your rear deltoids, they're also working your moves. Your pectoralis major and minor too. Compound band exercises incorporating multiple shoulder muscles simultaneously encourage functional strength and controlled movements like banded rows, presses, and diagonal patterns improve muscular synergy while challenging stability. Sometimes a simple routine is actually a really good one. Simple routines and progressions, strategies, warm up, cool down, injury prevention tips, and monitoring form and avoiding common mistakes, actually. Progressive routines blending volume and intensity and exercise variety optimize strength mobility gains while minimizing overuse injuries. Techniques include increasing band resistance, reps, and integrating unilateral exercises. Periodization supports continual adaptation and improvement. Okay, you have to warm up. A comprehensive warm-up incorporating dynamic scapular mobility and rotator cuff activation is going to prepare the tissue, prepare your muscles to work out. Basically, you got to warm your body up before. Never begin. I was always taught to never begin like an isometric never begin isometric stretching or static stretching without being warmed up first, because then you pull a muscle. Well, the same thing holds true for actually exercising your shoulders. And you have to monitor your form. Always be aware of how your body feels. Peace out. Remember to go 40fitclub.fit. I'm Steven, a certified personal trainer.